Welcome to Playing for Second. I'm Josh.
I'm Brian.
And I'm Tim.
And today we're going to be learning and playing Galileo Galilei. This is a new title from Capstone Games in collaboration with Pink Troubadour. This is a new title releasing at Origins here in a couple weeks, so we figured we'd get it to the table, show you how it's played, and help you make a decision about where to spend your money at Origins. Full disclosure, we were provided a copy of this game by Capstone. Ready?
Yes, sir.
Let's do it.
All right, so Galileo Galilei, this is themed around 16th and 17th century astronomers who at the time were trying to do their science in secret because the church was after them, and they were sending the Inquisition to question them and kill them in some instances. So that is our goal in this game. We are trying to observe constellations, observe some major observations, planets and moons and things like that in secret, and trying to kind of throw the Inquisition off our trail by keeping them in the dark. So let's go through the actions that we can do. So first of all, there's a nice little player reference card. It shows you exactly what to do on your turn. We will get back to this in a minute, but right now I'm just going to talk about some of the actions we can do. This is a set collection, recipe fulfillment with a little bit of kind of a rondel action selection mechanic. There's a lot of cool stuff going on. There's a lot of little minutia that kind of play into each other piece to piece, and a lot of timing considerations. So we'll try to piece it together for you as best we can here, but the teach is a little wonky here at the beginning. So your actions, what you're going to do on your turn. We've got this telescope, and it moves always clockwise around your board. When it gets to the end, it resets to the first space, counting with this as your first space. There are two spaces X out over here. You will never be on those except the outside of the game. This, again, is kind of a rondel because our pieces are also going to be moving as we use them, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But let's talk about the actions we can take. Around the outside is fixed actions, and then the inside are your moving actions that are going to be cycling as you take them. So let's talk about one of the main actions you're going to be taking is an observation action, which is the telescope action. And you'll see that actually printed two different locations on the fixed actions. What this says is go out to the board and do an observation. And on the player boards here, it reminds you, you can either observe one major observation, major observation, or two constellation observations.
No breathing.
Wonderful. So what this effectively means is spending our dice values on the cards out here, and that's going to give us some points. So let's talk about the major let's talk about the constellation observations first. So again, I can do two constellation observations. You'll notice at the bottom of the cards, there are these small dice here. Those are all going to require primary colors. So the basic colors of blue, yellow, and red that we have on our board. We each start with one of each color, value 1. What we're going to do out here is we're going to pay for those using our dice. You don't get change when you spend your dice, but a constellation action tells you to basically take one of these constellation tokens that we all have on our player boards and mark which of these actions we're doing. Again, you can do up to 2 of these on your turn. Let's say I spent a value 3 yellow die. I'm going to mark that I did that right there so nobody else can do it. It's going to give me 4 points, and it's going to add an Inquisitor token to my cellar. And we'll talk about how that works a little bit later. Those are generally bad things for us. I can do up to 2, so again, I can take another token off as long as I can pay for it and place it anywhere else, getting the points, getting the bonuses. This little symbol here that you see, that is a quadrant token, and this is a currency that we are going to be getting and spending on some free actions that I'll talk about a little bit later. So that is a constellation observation. As you do constellation observations, it's going to unlock some bonuses on your board. The first bonus space here, that's a quadrant token. The next one is going to give you a card. And that card is going to come from the top of this deck down here. You'll take that card and you'll place it into your library where you can do some writing actions a little bit later. We'll talk about how that works. The third symbol here, that is the university track symbol. You'll see how here on the board there are 4 different subjects that we can give lectures on in the university. And that simply says take your university token and move it up on the track 1 space, getting any bonuses. And again, we'll come back and talk about that a little bit later. The next symbol you're going to see, another card. After that is going to be an Inquisitor movement action. And again, we'll talk about how that works later. That's a very important action in the game. Followed by another card from the top of the deck over there. And the following space is the writing in your library action. And that is going to be able to move some of these little book tokens that we have here to give us some bonuses. We'll talk more about that in a second. The other thing I can do on my observation action is a major observation, which are printed at the top of these cards. Major observation. And these are going to be requiring us to spend at least 2 dice of different colors. And these are going to be requiring secondary colors. So just like in grade school, we learned yellow and blue make green. We'll have to be spending at least a yellow and a blue die in order to make a green 6. All right. I can mix and match as many dice of those colors as I want, as long as I spend 1 of each of those colors. That's the important part. All right, so I would spend a value of 6. Maybe I had a 4 yellow and a 2 blue. I could spend those dice. They leave the game, and it's going to give me 5 points. It's also going to add an Inquisitor to my cellar. If I do the major observation, any tokens that are on there will be removed. They're not important for the rest of the game, and I do get to take the major observation card into my library. And again, I can do some writing on that a little bit later that we'll see. All right. Questions about the observation action. This is going to be one of the main ways we score points. It's also going to add to some set collection items for some objectives that we can meet a little bit later. But that is how that action is going to work.
Nope, that works.
Yep. All right. Our second fixed action here is pretty simple. We can either gain a new die of your choice of color, and that's always going to come into your pool as a 1. You can store up to 4 dice at a time. You can have a maximum of 3 of the same color. And there's a little reminder about that up here, as well as how the colors mix in case you don't remember your color mixing from grade school. All right. With that as well, you could either take a die or you can move up these university tracks. And again, you're just going to choose your track and move up. These are going to, again, give you potential bonuses, some symbols that we've already seen, some new ones that we'll talk about here in a minute. But this is also going to be in-game end game scoring points. These are going to be multipliers for different objectives that we're trying to achieve throughout the game. We'll talk about those objectives a little bit later. All right. The next fixed action is a little comet icon, and that goes along with the comet icon over here on your player board. Whoops. And what that means is take one of your comets, place it up into the comet section. And that's all you got to do. So your comets up here in the top row, you'll see a little symbol at the bottom there, or at the side over there. These comets are going to give us discounts. All right. So these comets, the comet action is literally just moving the token into the comet zone. Once you have some comets out there on the board, you're actually going to be able to use those as discounts for your observations, whether it's a major observation or a constellation observation later on. This is going to be able to reduce the cost that you need in order to do the observation. So back to my example I just gave, instead of having to spend a 4 and a 2, I might only have to spend a 3 and a 2 and then use my comet token as another one. Once I spend that, it flips over and comes down to the row 2, and it's going to be a little more powerful. I can then use this later as another discount on any of my observations. It has to be a different turn, though. You can only use each comet token once per turn. All right. Once I've spent it here, it goes into the Book of Comets. So I've used a discount of 2 somewhere on an observation later in the game. It goes into the Book of Comets. And then at the end of my turn, I'll be able to put it into one of these bonus comet spaces, either at the bottom of the game board or potentially at the bottom of my own astronomer here. And we'll talk more about our astronomers later, but there are 4 astronomers in the game, plus a promo astronomer. They have basic sides. They also have specific player abilities on the other sides. We are playing with those advanced sides, and we'll talk about what each of our astronomers does a little bit later. All right, so that's the comet action. The last action there on the top there is going to be your observation or take a die. And then next to that is your upgrade action. And an upgrade action literally means go out to one of your moving actions that we haven't talked about yet and flip it over. It's going to become a little bit more powerful. And if you want to look at what your upgrade options are, the back of your player aid here shows you what each of those tiles upgrades into. And we'll talk about why you might want to do that here in a second. All right. Those are all of the fixed actions on the top. Questions about any of those?
No, sir.
No.
Pretty straightforward. All right. When I move this, so again, we can move this and we'll talk about how your player turn works, but I also get to take one of these moving actions. All of the moving actions have some of the basic information on them are these little dice symbols with the up arrows. And that means go to that specific color of die and increase them all by a value of 1. So let's say I stopped here at this space. In addition to being able to put a comment out, I'm also going to either be able to make all of my red dice increase by a value of 1 or gain a new die, my choice. So if I chose the pip up my dice, I could go all of my red dice that I have on my player board and move them up a value of 1, making them a little more powerful for later. All right, easy enough. And then we'll see some of the familiar symbols we've already seen. The book here is the writing action. And that is going to go to your library here and choose one of your books and move it all the way to the end of this track, gaining any bonuses that you cross or land on. So if I were to take, for example, this action here, I could do an observation or gain a die, and I could either pip up my yellows or do my writing action. So again, I would choose a book and I would move it all the way to the end. So for example, if I used this book here, I would move it all the way to the end of this track, gaining the 2 dice into my pool, assuming I had room for them. If you are full up of dice, you can always replace a die with a die that you are gaining if you want to. Not really sure how advantageous that is. All right. There's some symbols here, gaining a quadrant, which we kind of already talked about. We'll talk about how to spend those in a second. We've talked about the symbol where you can move an Inquisitor. We'll talk more about how that works in a second. This one is just take 1 die and pip it up twice. All right, not the same color, just pick 1 die on your board, move it up twice. All right, and the rest of those are just different variations. And again, these all have upgraded sides that are going to be variations of those actions. All right, so let's get to actually what a player turn looks like. So we'll go top to bottom here on this card. We are going to move our telescope 1 to 3 spaces. So at the outset of the game, we're all starting here. I can go 1, 2, up to 3 spaces and take one of those actions stopping on it. So again, if I stopped on this comet, I could place a comet token out onto the board, and then I could do one of those 2 things. Maybe I pip up my red die. The second step of this is just doing those actions, and you can perform those actions in either order. You can do the fixed action first, or you could do the moving action first, your choice. The third step here of my player turn is to take whatever moving action I just performed, remove it from my player board, and it's going to cycle back to the beginning of my action queue. So we're constantly going to be cycling our moving actions around here, kind of like a rondelle style, almost like you'd see in like Concordia with your cards. It's kind of worked the same way. The fourth step here, if I made any of my comments into the book of comments down there, I then get to select any of the bonuses, just getting those one-time rewards at that time. Here's the important thing too now. Boom. Let's say on my turn, I got one of these Inquisitor symbols at any point during my turn. I then get to take an Inquisitor token that is in my cellar and move it 1 space to the right. If that happened, the Inquisition is going to visit me and they're going to be asking me a bunch of questions, and I want to be able to give them right answers. We'll talk about how it works in a second. The last step of my turn here is to mark any bonus objectives that I've met up here. We'll talk about those in a second when I get to this section of the board. All right, let's talk about the Inquisition, because this is a big point of this game. Tim, can I get a couple more Inquisitor tokens, please? All right, so what we're doing here is we are managing our reputation with the Inquisition. So we've got a reputation track out here that's going to be offering us some endgame scoring bonuses. We have to manage that track by managing our personal cellar track on our boards, all right? Whenever you gain an Inquisitor token, and again, that is this symbol here, the little tribunal symbol is what these are, and it's a plus sign next to it. Those are always going to come into my cellar in the farthest left space. Nothing happens at that time, but if on my turn I'm ever taking advantage of one of these move an Inquisitor symbols, it's going to move an Inquisitor 1 space to the right. And I'm going to stand it up to remind myself, hey, it's moved on this turn, and at the end of my turn, I'm going to face an Inquisition. What facing an Inquisition looks like is I'm going to tally up the values of any Inquisitors that I have in my cellar, and if the value is positive, my Tribunal token moves to the right that many spaces. If it's a negative value, it's going to move to the left that many spaces. So I really have to be careful about the timing of moving these. So let's say later in the game, I've got Inquisitors in those 3 locations. I'm going to add these up. +1, -1, -2. I have a total value of -2. So when the Inquisition visits me, I'm going to be moving my token back 2 spaces, which is not great because now I'm losing more points at the end of the game. However, if, let's say it was this situation, when an Inquisition happens, I'm +2, -1. I'm a +1, and my token will move 1 space to the right in the positive direction. So there's a lot of timing considerations to take into account when you're moving your tokens. Again, when you get them, they always come into the left, and nothing happens until I'm able to move at least one of my tokens 1 space. All right, and we'll see how that works. This was kind of a weird little mechanic that Brian and I were kind of dealing with in our first play, but we'll figure out how it works as we go. All right, so that's an Inquisition action. And again, it's only going to happen if we have moved an Inquisitor on our board. And that'll happen at the end of our turn. All right, so mainly you're going to be wanting to kind of build up those movements to take advantage of getting them as far to the right as you can, so you're going to end up with a positive value. All right, okay, let's come back to our free actions. Again, we're going to be accumulating some of these quadrant tokens. And I can spend these quadrant tokens at any point during my turn as long as I'm not interrupting another action to do these free actions printed at the top of my board. So for 1 quadrant token, I can change the color of a die in my pool, or I can pip one of my dice up a value of 1. All right. I can spend 2 of these quadrant tokens to either gain a new die, again, that comes in at a value 1, or I can have 3 book movements. So earlier we saw the book with the flag on it, which moves our book to the very end of the track, getting all the bonuses. The book with a number on it says we can have that many movements of any track, mix and match. So I could go 1 movement here and 2 movement here if I wanted to. Again, getting any of those bonuses that I pass or land on. For 3 quadrant tokens, I can move an Inquisitor 1 space to the right, and then I can move an Inquisitor 1 space to the right. It can be the same Inquisitor or a different Inquisitor, up to you. This is going to be one of the main ways you're going to be able to get your Inquisitors moved quickly, so definitely want to start accumulating some of these tokens if you can. And then for 4 quadrants, I could just put a comment out, so instead of having to actually take the action, I can just place a token out for 4 of my quadrants. Questions about any of those?
No.
Wonderful. All right. End game scoring. So at the end of the game, we are going to score points for any movement we have on this reputation track, as well as any Inquisitors that we have in our cellar. You'll see the points printed at the bottom here and at the top over here. So we'll just add those points or subtract those points possibly from our score at the end of the game. We are also going to score points for these individual university tiles. And again, these are going to be scoring multipliers for 4 different categories of things in the game. So this one deals with how many of our constellation tokens we've removed from our board. This one is for how many Inquisitors we have on our board at the end of the game. This one is for our furthest left book remaining on our track. So if I moved all of these like this, I'm going to score this token. It has moved 1 space. I'm going to multiply it by however high up on that track I am.
Okay.
All right, and the final one is for how many major objective cards, observation cards that I have collected into my library at the end of the game. All right, and again, multiplier, pretty standard. If I reach the top here, it's 3 times however many cards I have, so on and so forth. There's also some opportunities for some in-game points that we're going to be getting here for these objectives. And that's the very last thing that you do on your turn is you check to see if you've met any of these objectives. The first one here says for the first person or any person after that who has 2 comets off their board, 2 constellations off their board, and 2 major observation cards in their library, they're going to take one of their little arch tokens here and mark that they've completed that objective. First person to do it's going to get 7 points. Anybody else is going to be able to do it, but they're only going to get 3 points for it. This one says first person to get 5 comets, 5 upgrades, or the first to get to the top of 2 different of the university tracks. All right, there's one more action on here, one more bonus. I guess it's a bonus. We're not really sure why you would take it, but this is the Inquisitor's Farewell. And if you have any Inquisitors in your farthest right cellar space, you can discard them from your board, gaining a die and 1 quadrant token. So you're losing out on 1 point. You're also losing out on 1 positive value of Inquisitor in exchange for a die and a quadrant token. I don't know when we're going to do that.
I won't.
Yeah.
The play that we had, Brian and I played yesterday to learn how the game works, and we didn't do that because it didn't make sense. You don't have to do it. It's just an option whenever you get that bonus. So that's endgame scoring. I think that's it.
End game, by the way, is
Oh, yes. Thank you.
once the card deck down there by Tim. Once that empties, we will finish that round and play 1 more. And Tim is going to be our start player, I think, for this one.
Before we get going, let's talk about our astronomers. I am Galileo.
What?
And my special
Seems
ability...
unfair considering the name of the game.
Right, exactly.
My special ability is whenever I take an
win.
observation action, I can do 1 additional constellation observation. So I can either do
okay,
3
gotcha.
constellations, or I can do a major and a constellation. Because
Nice.
normally you can only do one or the other.
That's nice. All right, I am Edmund Halley, and my special thing is, aside from these are kind of unique for all of us too, is I have this special comet, most likely Halley's comet.
What?
And it starts at a 2, and it flips to a 3. And once it has been placed, whenever I gain a comet, I can actually use this one again. So if I have placed it like on this 7 victory point marker, when I next take this action, I can pop it off and put it back up there, making this available again. So,
Only like every, 86 years or something?
yeah, yeah. So if I could spam that, that'd be cool. But yeah, so that's me. How about you, Tim?
Let's see. So I have Copernicus. I've got a pretty cool comment option here. And then I've got these 4... Tetris tiles?
Oh, Tetris guys,
yeah. So and then I'm going to be placing them in my library.
Yep.
Over some of
So
the
you can place
squares.
You can place 1 per turn,
Okay.
I guess.
Okay.
Whatever you want on that turn. And then, it's just going to cover up whatever spaces you want, basically.
And that's
Cover up
setting
spaces you don't want, or blanks.
Okay.
Well, yeah,
then that's setting up for on a future turn, I can take a book action, and that's going to
Get your learning on.
Get whatever that is. I was going to ask, what is this?
Once per turn.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what that is?
Yeah.
Okay. Once per turn, put these
You can
up
put
there.
one of those out
okay.
there.
Cool.
Yep.
Very good. Very good. What is that right up there in the upper right corner with the flag? Yes.
Game scoring.
That's
that what that is?
This is
Okay.
the Inquisitor's Farewell
Yep, I knew
bonus,
that
and
one.
This is your endgame scoring stuff. So we're going to be scoring the university, and then we're going to be scoring any of
Gotcha.
our Inquisitor tokens.
Okay.
here.
He's also got a plus book.
That's the one I was looking at.
Add
the
that
plus
to,
book.
add 1 of those to your book.
Oh, okay. It makes
One's
it
one
almost
per
makes it
turn.
look like he gets plus 1 book whenever he gets a book.
That's what I was
But
wondering.
it doesn't say plus 1.
Let me look just
I-
in case we missed it. I might have missed it. Because that would make him pretty cool.
Because I
Once per turn.
I read that section of this person, of the astronomer, but it was using game language that I didn't know what it was. So
Once per turn, Copernicus may place 1 of his special tiles into his library, replacing the reward they cover. This free action does not cost him any quadrant tokens. Each of his special tiles can cover up a book token.
each of his special tiles.
Can't cover up a
Can't.
book token. I don't know what that means.
Me neither.
Each of his special tiles
Uh-huh.
can't cover up a book.
His special tiles.
So you can't go on top of a book.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
These tiles may not stick out of the library. They have to fit, blah, 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 blah. No, that's it.
Okay.
That's all it says.
All right. I'll figure it out.
Yeah. I played with that one. It was.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was able to use it pretty advantageously, I thought. So.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool.
All right, Tim, you
Yes.
are our first player as denoted by your little telescope
Excellent.
over there.
Right here?
Right there.
Okay.
That's first player token. And that will not move at all during the game. Again, because like Brian mentioned, we'll take even turns and then play 1 more round.
Okay,
All
then.
right, Tim. Pitter patter.
Let's do it.
Let's get at her.
I will go here.
Bold move.
Bold move.
Bold strategy, Cotton.
Well, no, that doesn't make sense. Okay, I will go there. So, with that, I will gain a die up here. Or
Oh, boy. He's doing stuff and things.
this is where I'm thinking. I think I'll do this and run a book.
Okay.
To get a die instead.
run a book to move on a track.
Sure.
Sure.
And I'll move. Oh, that's not gain a die, isn't it?
No.
Okay, never mind. I will do what I was going to do. I'm going to gain this. I'm so much. Okay, all right. Catching up now. And then I will do this. Oh, no, that's gain. And then I'll do this, which
both of those red dice
bounces both the red dice up to that. I'm going to move this out of the way, grab this guy. This all slides up.
Yep.
This comes back down.
All right,
here.
so you moved it. You did your actions, you moved your thing. No Book of Comets. You did not move an Inquisitor, and you did not meet any objectives.
Correct.
That we know of.
That's surprising, Tim.
Not yet.
You're way behind.
Next turn.
All right, I'm going to do something very similar, Tim. I'm going to move here. I'm going to take a blue die, and I'm going to pip those up immediately using the moving action. And then I will cycle this guy out, and it moves to Brian.
You're a madman. All right, I'm going to go here, gain 2 quadrants. That was 2, not 3. Good job, Brian. And then we're going to move up a track. Now I'm excited. Which track? I'm going to move up this track, which will get me a book action. I'm going to take the book action to just move up that track again, and I will go ahead and increase red.
Super smooth. Super smooth.
And then I'll replace this, and that's me.
All right, Tim.
Too fast.
Oops. I don't know why I flipped that. Spoilers for my next turn.
Yeah, so this is Brian and I's second play and Tim's first play. So he's trying to figure out how some things fit together.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit.
I'm looking forward to getting doubled up.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was here. I'm trying to figure out if I want to go there. If I go there, I could put this up to a 2, and then I could observe with a 2.
Indeed.
So at that point, I'm looking for maybe a purple 6.
And there's a purple
which
6.
I see there is a purple 6.
How convenient, Tim.
Do it?
Why not? Kick some tires and light some fires.
Let's do it. All right, so I'll do that. That will do that. Then I'll do my observation. I'm going to take this one. I will try to take this one.
Nailed it.
I'm going to put this guy in here.
So you got to spend a value of 6, and you have to spend at least 1 blue and at least 1 red. And the rest of it is any combination.
All right, so I'll do that. These will go here. That'll go there. And when I do that, I get 5 points.
Yep.
And as a bonus, I'm on the Inquisitor's radar.
You got it.
Yeah. I mean, future points or future
Yeah.
or
And again,
future
that does
points.
nothing now
Yet.
until it moves.
Okay.
So,
all right.
Move your token, your tile, to the end.
This one.
Yep.
Got it.
And you're good.
Very
All
good.
right, I'm going to move 1 space here. I'm going to put a comet out.
What?
Boom. Oh, yeah, Tim, you need to replace that card too. I'm going to take...
Care of business?
I'm gonna pip up my yellow.
Ooh,
Look at this.
He's a madman.
That's me.
All right, I'm just going to go here, and we're going to go ahead and upgrade and grab one of these, and I am going to upgrade this one. That is me.
And also, I don't think I noted, these tiles, the rulebook recommends these tiles for your first player to just randomly putting them out. But then in future games, they say once you know how to play the game, you might want to actually place them specifically in the order to start the game if you have some kind of opening move in mind. I don't know.
Nah.
So yeah, ours were just randomized for this play.
I was going to say, why would you want to do that? Okay. Interesting. I think I'm going to go there as well. And I guess, let's see. So I don't have any red dice. You know what I mean?
You spent them.
I did spend them. So I'm going to do this guy. I'm going to upgrade him. And can I get a
Quadrant,
please? And I will put that right here. And I think that is my turn. Nothing
Great.
else.
No, that's it.
Okay.
Interesting. Do we have the stuff that I need?
Yes.
I'm just seeing if it's worth me doing an observation right now.
5 points for that green one down there.
Yeah, I don't think I
Or
have
5
enough
points
I
for
don't
that
think I have
green
enough value right now.
That one down there is a David Boreanaz, so you can get that one.
What?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and do an upgrade action.
What?
I will upgrade, I think, yeah. Yeah, why not? And then we'll take a token. That's me.
All right. I'm going to go 1, 2. Let's go ahead and move up here to get this. And then, do I want to run that? Sure. I'll run that. Take another one. No, I won't. Pep up the red.
Pip it up. Also, I don't know if I said it when I was teaching, but if you do take the upgrade action, you do not need to reset the token because there is no token to remove from that space. So there's no cycling of your token when you take that action.
Me?
Yes, sir.
All right, so I go back here. 1, 2.
Yep.
Okay. I will take a die, and then I will double up all my yellows. There you go. And with and then I pop this guy out. Moving on down.
Dang. All right. I'm going to... Let's do it. Let's go here. I'll bump, bump. I think I can do 3 now. No, I can't.
You can't.
I can't.
3 now.
I can't do 3 now.
Certainly not with that attitude.
So let's not do that. Let's do this instead. We are going to just do this and let's get out here. What am I going to do this game?
I don't know. Apparently I'm going to do that, even though I'm not taking any steps towards doing it.
Interesting. Let's go here. Let's go there.
That was good.
And I'll bump up a yellow. Bloop. That's a Mia Mario.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to go ahead and do an upgrade and get one of these. And we are going to upgrade.
Look at you upgrading.
I know.
I'm so proud of you.
I know. I did not upgrade at all last time, Tim.
Oh, really?
Not
once.
And I only lost by 10. Upgrade that. That's me.
I don't know what to do. Okay, I think I want to go here. But I'm trying to figure out exactly what and how. Interesting.
Yes, yes, indeed. Oh, no, I want to put my red up. I'm undoing that and doing this. Yeah.
Okay, so I want to do... I'm going to do this.
Yes.
To move this guy here.
Grab a die.
To grab a die.
Crushed it.
I'm going to grab a die. It's going to be a 1. I'm going to put that guy right there.
Technically, that guy moves here.
Yeah, all the way.
Because you run all the way
all
down.
the way as far as you can.
Oh, I
It's
don't want
blank.
to... That's the problem. I don't want to do that.
Why not?
Because he wants to use one.
Because I want to use my
Put a
pieces.
token out in, my
You
man.
put the piece out before you do it.
But then I can't... How does that work if I put a piece out?
Well, it can't be that piece.
Can't be that-
Exactly.
you
Can't
got
be
that-
the piece that I
You got
want to
that
put
vertical
there.
piece, though.
Okay,
He
so...
wants.
Yeah, but like...
It's not the one he wants.
Not my fault.
God,
Gosh.
you're always yelling.
Okay, well, that really messed things up. Wow.
Oh, and
Wow.
the only restriction to your tokens there, Tim, they do have to be put onto your board face up. Your...
These?
Those, yes. They so you can flip
Gotcha.
them, but the icons have to be
Right.
face up.
Yeah, you can't rotate
Yeah.
them or...
Does he? If he does this, does he have to go all the way down, or can he choose to short himself?
If you do the action, you have to go all
You have
the
to go
way.
all the way
No, that makes sense. Okay.
He didn't like it.
You didn't?
No, I don't. I
timing
don't like that.
considerations.
Yes, absolutely. Interesting. Wow.
Yeah, nothing.
So I had a
is-
big plan.
Nothing you're
I
doing
had a
is
big plan.
hard.
No.
It's just timing it up to make
But
it
I
work.
was, that's what I was going to say. It seems like it's a lot of sequencing. It's a lot of setting it up. So instead, I will go here, and we're just going to try something. we're gonna do the yellow.
Tim's kicking some tires, lighting some fires.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly. So we're going to bump up a yellow. Then we're going to observe.
Pump
I'm
up
going to
those
do
jams,
2
Tim.
minors. It's not what I wanted to do. 2
I'm
minor
not happy that
observations.
you're doing it either. Just for the record.
I'm going to go here,
Sure.
Yep. 4 points.
and I'm going to go
Inquisitor.
here.
So you're going to need, it looks like 9 points. and
9
2
points.
Inquisitors.
9 points, 2 Inquisitors.
Bye, Tim.
We'll just hold down the fort back at 0.
You have so many
Okay.
Inquisitors. You're going to need so much movement, my man.
That is
Maybe
the
not, maybe he's
purpose.
just
So now,
planning on
do
taking
I
it,
get
you know?
this, or what?
You get that immediately. Yep. You're
Yep.
gonna
Okay,
get
so I
one
get one of
those.
these.
You're also going to get a card off the top over there.
Yeah.
Okay,
Add it to your
That
little
goes to your
chain.
library.
there.
Nailed it.
Yes, sir.
All right, cool.
Got it.
You're doing so good.
You are doing so good. Move your moving
This
action
one?
tile. Yep.
Okay.
And I don't think you met any objectives still.
No, not yet.
But you're getting there.
He's close.
He is getting close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're all proud of you.
Yeah, we are. I'm going to go ahead and do this little guy. So I'm going to move a comet. Boom, boom. And I'm going to pip up my blue dice.
Pip them up, my man.
That's me.
All right. I am going to go here, and we're going to go ahead and bloop, go to the top there.
Look at this guy maxing the
this.
track already.
That's why they call me Track Max.
What?
They call me that. So can I get an entire point, please, for purple?
I'll think about it.
And that's going to get me another one of those guys. And I'm going to run one of these sweet, sweet tracks, baby. Do that one.
Brian is overcompensating with the quadrant tokens today.
How dare you, sir?
He saw how well I was able to utilize those yesterday.
He's like 9 at once to move a bunch of people.
Oh, geez.
I just want to
Okay.
do that and feel alive.
Brian had like 4 tokens the entire game.
I was pretty happy with my final score considering I ignored so many things.
You did ignore a lot. Yeah. You scored a ton of points
Yeah,
on
I had a lot of
observations.
those. Yeah.
Okay, so interesting. How can I do that? I can't do it.
Not with that
But I want
attitude.
to.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
I so want to.
Oh,
So this counts as on the rondelle, right? So it's
Yes, sir.
1, 2, 3.
Yes.
Any of those 3 options.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay.
all right.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
So if I go here,
Oh, that's interesting.
that is garbage. Absolute garbage. I will go there, though.
Okay.
I will go there. I will do this.
Bold strategy.
I
got it.
don't know how that's going to work out for me, but here we go. Game on.
The game's on now.
Game on. Good?
I'm good.
He's good.
Ish.
He's good.
Yeah, because I don't really do anything else.
not
All I
doing
do
anything
is
else.
flip one, get a.
All right. I'm
Yeah,
going to go ahead and
I'm
move
good.
one. Maybe I won't do that. I'm going to do my observation first, I think. Yeah. I'm going to do a major observation of value 7 purple using one of these. All right. You can return those for me, please.
Of course.
And that's this card here, which gets me 5 points, please, Tim, for
5
the
points.
taupe color over there, I believe
5 points.
we would call that. And I also, because I am Galileo, I get to do a constellation observation as well, which will be this little guy. And I'm going to go... Oh.
Do those replace right away? I don't.
As far as I understand.
Okay, so that didn't come up in our last game because
Because I didn't have that.
Yeah.
I'm going to spend 3 plus 1 for 4.
What?
Tim, put me on that all the way at the end there. And I believe that's 8 points.
Oh, here?
Yes,
8
sir.
points
8
and
points
2 of these
and 2
guys.
Inquisitors. And by removing that constellation token, I do get a quadrant. That, oh, nope, that's not me. Because,
Not him.
Is that him?
oh,
that's him.
that's yuck.
That's yuck. Apparently.
But I am going to do this action, which moves this bottom guy here. I'm going to get a die and a yellow bump. I might as well take a yellow and make it
Yeah, man.
2, and this one becomes a 3.
Pump up the jams and whatnot.
That is a me.
Okay, I'm going to go here. I'm going to get one of these, and I am going to do an
This
upgrade.
moves.
And I'm going to choose an upgrade of some kind.
Look at this guy just diving into upgrades and quadrants. It's almost like you watched somebody else do that yesterday.
Nah, Bob, I'm just trying to do those. All right, that's me.
Okay. I am going to go 1, 2. Okay. I'm not sure that I get that yet. This whole, like these things yet, but that's
It's in-game
okay.
scoring multiplier.
That's okay. Well,
Remove-
I'm saying like
remove
how
constellation.
I can use it.
What do you mean?
I'm trying to figure out how to move these guys as well. That's another fun
You should have
thing.
taken on 3 at once.
Why
That's
not,
a lot.
though?
That's a lot. That's a lot.
Just move one of those ones. It'll be perfectly fine. Don't get so many negative
so many
So should I go here and get a 4th one?
Yes.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Also, if you do end up bumping your head in the negative or positive direction, it's not like every point is a -2. It's just if you do it.
Oh, it's not?
Pretty sure.
I was really hoping Tim got like negative
That would have
30
been sweet.
points.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
All right,
will make
so we will get a blue die.
Yeah, it does not matter how many spaces you would normally move, just lose or gain the points once.
Boo.
And then I want to put this guy here.
There you go.
Okay. And then I'll do this bottom section, and that's what I was trying to figure out what to do. I think I'm going to do this one. So this turns into a 2.
Yes, sir.
And then I will do this, 1, 2, 3, right?
Yes, sir.
And I think all that means is this. Now the problem is
You're -6.
-6 what?
You're going to move all the way to the end.
So you're going to get -2 points now.
Might I recommend not doing
Not
that?
doing that.
I mean, if you can
So-
move all 3 of those all the way to here, that's really going to help him move up here. I mean, yeah, he's
And
gonna, he's
that
really
was
only
the
going down
intent.
3.
Yeah.
It's fine. Do it, Tim.
But I think Brian, we only moved, I think.
I did it wrong.
We didn't have any opportunity to get those.
I was doing it a lot. I had 4 or 5 in here, and I would move 1 in, and I would only move up 1. When I should have moved up 4, and then I should have moved up 5.
Okay.
So yeah,
All right.
I
right.
was doing it wrong.
Okay.
Okay, so if I do him there, it'll be -6.
Yeah, and you're going to lose 2 points.
You'll lose
right
2
now
points
for doing
now.
so.
I would lose 2 points
Yeah.
Because you're bumping your feet.
because I'd go.
Yep.
I would lose -6
You would move
Yes.
back 6
places.
spaces.
Yes.
Spaces.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And the problem is kind of like what you're saying. I can only move.
Might I ask why
So
you're,
fast.
why don't you wait until you can move them a little further? Like put that token
seemed
in
like moving.
for sure.
Okay, put that in, but don't do
Yeah.
that book.
Or pick a different book. Yeah. Like book 2 or book
Right.
4.
Why could you do this one? Move one of them one space.
Yeah, maybe not.
No, maybe. I mean, I do have this for an extra space, so I do have 4.
That's an extra 2.
So
It's extra 2, yeah.
yeah. Still doesn't super
oh, it's an extra 2.
It's
But-
same
Well, it'd be 1, 2, 3,
Uh-huh.
and then 1, 2.
Uh-huh.
So it still would be -4.
Right. Which is effectively the
Okay.
same thing.
Yeah. At this point.
Okay. Okay. All right. I'm listening. I'm hearing.
Yeah, and this
So
is
don't do that.
Do it.
What I'm hearing.
Anybody can recover
What I'm
within
hearing.
seconds. It's you.
What I'm hearing
So-
is don't do that.
I wouldn't.
I would.
Okay,
This
so-
this is the big discussion on BGG is this. You got to manage this.
Well, that's. I figured I was going
Everybody's
to.
like, how do you negative points
I
every
get-
time? Well, you manage it.
Yeah, you play the game more than once.
Yeah.
And I get that. I get that. Okay. So I will move. Okay, I'll do that. I did that. I'll bump that up to 2, and then I will run, let's say, this one?
What are you bumping up to 2?
Or
You got
right
him.
here.
He did the
I that.
university.
Yeah,
Did
on
the
the top.
university.
On the top.
Which gave him a bump here.
Oh, that bump.
Yeah.
Right. And then running a book. So I'm going to run this book, I guess. Oh. So I could potentially do this, which hides that guy. Okay. All right, I'm catching on, kind of, sort of.
Oh, you also get another university bump too if you take that option.
What's that, this one?
Your yellow tile.
Yeah, that's. I did this to get the die, and then that was the university.
I gotcha. I see.
And now I'm doing this, and now I'm just trying to figure out what I can do. And it's more of a, does this make sense? What I just did there. Or should I do something like that? Which hides moving one of those guys. I don't do that this turn. Then I move this guy. And
I like it.
And I'll get another university and 2 points. Thank you.
Which university would you like to go on? Probably just the one you're on. You get a book movement.
I think so.
Oh, another university
We'll do a
bump. Look at this
university.
guy moving up the
We'll do
track.
that.
Woo.
We'll turn that into a 3. Okay. Right?
Move your token.
Move my token.
Crushing it.
Sorry, guys.
I'm going to upgrade. I'm going to upgrade this one.
I had such big plans.
I'm going to take one of these, and it's Brian's turn.
I'm going to go here. I'm going to tick this up twice, and then I'm going to go ahead and do this 3 of
Nice.
red and this 3 of yeller. So I need 2 of those, Tim.
How about you need 4 of them? That's what you said?
I'll take as many as you want to give me. And I need 8 points.
8 points.
And then I'm going to
that
spend
purple?
Yeah. I'm going to spend my 9 quadrants to do this 3 times. So that is 6 movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Look at this guy.
How do you get all those?
That's
All right,
all
so-
I've been doing. So since I ran this, I am going. Well, I guess technically first, according to this, bloop, honk, go team. So I ran this, so they would one of them or both of them would be standing up. I'm going to add all these up. I have +1 twice. That is +2. No negatives. So this guy moves up twice.
Crushed it.
Okay. I will go.
That's interesting.
Is it interesting?
It's very interesting to
Oh,
me.
I forgot. I get
Yes,
these.
yes.
Sam, can I get the top card, please?
No.
Give the man
How'd you do that? Oh,
My
right
bonus
there.
is from the-
All right.
yeah.
Cool. Very good. Okay, so I'm going to go here. Now I'm going to get, this is what I'm trying to figure out is, do I want a yellow? Thinking maybe I'm getting a green. Or do I want a red? Thinking I might go after a purple. That's where I'm.
Those are both options.
They are options.
That's where I'm.
And colors.
Or do I just go get blue?
Yeah, I would choose one of those things.
Because then that
I mean, at the very least, throw a comet out there, for fun.
that's let's do that.
Yay!
Comments out there.
Woot!
Very good. All right. Let's. I don't want to pick up
I'm
more
going to start my
quizzes.
turn.
Yeah.
While
Let's
Tim is,
do it.
him and Han. I'm going to go here. I'm going to pip these boys up twice. So this becomes a 5. This becomes a 4. Bloop. Bloop. No, I'm not.
No, he's not going to do that.
He's not
Why would
doing
I do that?
Why would he do it?
Any of us
I'm
doing
going to take
anything.
3 quadrants instead. And can I get a point for taupe, please?
A point for
I'm going to take a university bump. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it here to get a book movement. And that book movement
book movement.
is going to get me another quadrant. That's me.
You did so good.
Thank you.
All right, I'm going to go here. I'm going to move up here, which will take that there. And then I'm going to take this, a point for purple,
A point.
and a die of a color of my choosing. Red looks delicious. That's me.
Okay, I'm going to go there. I'm going to take one of these. I'm
I
going
forgot to do
to
my thing.
upgrade.
Upgrade.
Upgrade. I will upgrade this guy. That's it.
You did so good.
I don't know
I'm gonna
what
get
I
a
did.
die. I'm going to spend 2 of my quadrants to get a die. Can I get a red die, please?
Red die for you.
That's going to come in here. Oh!
He's got a problem
There
over
it
there.
is. I'm going to move 1, 2. And I'm going to pip that die up. 1, 2. And then I'm going to go ahead and do some observation. No breathing. All right. Is there... Oh my gosh.
What?
Just a red... Oh no. I can't do what I want to do.
What do you do?
I don't think
no-
he didn't look at the board before.
I didn't. You're not wrong. I didn't look at the board. So instead of taking the observation action, I'm just going to get another die. Can I please get a blue die?
You sure can.
And that is me.
Cool. EO. All right. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade. Get myself one of these and upgrade. Go with this guy. That's me.
Okay, I am going to go 1, 2. Okay. See, I see all this stuff, and I just want all of it, and then I see the
yeah,
slashes. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
oh, that means
can't have that.
exclusive or oh, well, what if I?
It's unfortunate for you. I should
All
probably
right.
start using my comet considering on Hallie.
Yeah, I'm not sure why you haven't done that once.
Reasons.
Oh, you do have reasons.
No, not really.
Okay.
I want to do other things
Sure,
first.
sure.
I don't know.
Not yet. Okay, so I will take. Well, no, I want to see. This is what I'm talking about. I want to do no because if I do, let's
I have a fun.
I'm gonna do that.
once I get a chance to do it.
I'm going to go over here. Let's do this. I'm going to get a die. Let's go ahead and take one of those because that seems fun. And then I'll go down here and get 3 of these guys in a point. Boom, boom, boom. And a point. Oh, you, sir, I do have to move this.
Sweet. I'm going to go 1, 2. I'm going to pip up a yellow. No, I'm not. I'm gonna do my stuff first. I'm going to do an observation. The first observation is going to be a minor. I'm gonna do a constellation first. So I'm going to go ahead and spend a comet. Please put that in the book of comets, Tim, and make this boy into a 3. And I'm going to mark. Oh, so close. Can I get 2 points with that, please? And then I get the top card off of that deck there. Thank you very much. Boom, boom. All right. And then for my other observation, I'm going to spend my other comet. And these 2 dice for a value of 7, which is going to be that second to last card there. Yes, sir.
So where does this go? Just off?
Yep.
Okay.
Just out of the game. This comes into my
There you go.
library. Beautiful. All right, cool.
We're in the 11s.
I still need to do this action. I'm going to do the library action, and I'm going to move, I believe, my top row here. Yeah. So 2 universities, pip up a red that I don't have.
Yay?
Can I have a red die, please?
Hey, look,
Oh, I'm sorry.
Pip up red.
He just did it.
Oh, he went and got a die to get.
we'll
Okay,
go die.
I got you.
I do need an Inquisitor token, please.
Yay.
I'm in dire straits here.
Yeah.
Yowzas. 2 university bumps. I'm going to go 1, 2, and I will pip up a red, and I will get a book movement.
So he's got 3 in the first space now, too.
Yep.
It's not great.
Okay.
I'm going to get a die. I'll take a blue. Boom. Boom. All right. Cool. Those are my 2 university bumps. Did it. Got my Inquisitor. Did it. Think I'm done. But I did meet this goal right here. Tim, can I get 7 points, please?
Oh, wow.
That's me.
Okay. Go 1, 2, and 3. We're going to bump this up twice. And we are going to put out a... do I use my special comment? Yeah, I'm going to use my special comment. Yay!
Yay! Book of Comets. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
I need those.
What do you want to do?
That's a great question. Can I get these guys moved? What I need 1, 2, 3. I need 9 movement. Oh, boy. I can get 2.
There's 2.
And get 3. And get
Okay.
4. And get 5. So that would be
What are you seeing?
3, 4, 5. Yuck. All right. Nah.
Oh, I see.
Let's do a university bump. And we'll start working here, I think. Here. And then let's do my special. I'll take 2 quadrants. Okay, sorry. Forgot to do
You're
that.
good.
I believe I already took my turn.
Yeah.
too.
You did. Oh, geez. Okay.
Sorry, that was just a big sprawling turn.
It was.
You did so good.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh boy, that's not good.
What now?
I gotta move these dudes.
Well, I had one of those moments where, again, had an absolute plan, kind of fell through. Okay, so if I go here,
If we give the aliens a code.
If we give them a code, I can turn that into a... That's not great. Okay, let's do it that way. All right, so I'll go here. I will bump go here, bump this by 2 to a 6, or to a 3. Then I'll go up here and observe. I'll make a major observation.
Major observation.
For using these two and a comet. We'll put that down there. That means I can do this or this. Let's do this one. So I just put that right there?
Yep.
Okay. That goes there, that goes there. We get another one out, and I got 5 points. I believe that's it. Then this slides down.
They're getting expensive, and they're getting sweet.
All right, sir.
I'm going to go a 1, a 2, a 3. I'm going to get a blue die, and I'm going to pip up both my blue dice by a value 1, and that's Brian's turn.
All right, I'm going to go here. I'm going to pip up my blue to a 5. Good job, blue. You're doing so good, blue. Thank you. I appreciate it. And then we're going to do 2 of these things. So with this 5, well, I guess before I do that, I need to use my free action to bump this up to a 2, which will cost me
Just 1.
Just 1. Then we're going to do a 5, and we're going to make this a 4 using this. And we're going to do this 5 and this 4. Tim, can you get me 8 points and 1 Inquisitor, please?
7 Inquisitors?
So I will get the Inquisitor. The Inquisitor will then move. I am then going to spend these. Oh, I should probably do these first. So I'm going to go up.
Why did the Inquisitor move?
Because I got an Inquisitor and I moved an Inquisitor.
Oh.
So I'm going to move up here, which will get me a book action, which I'm going to put there to move the Inquisitor. And then I'm going to get the top card, please, Tim. Thank you. Put that there. And then I am going to... I had a way to get this guy here. I know I did. It was like 10 minutes ago, but I know I did. Is it 3 book actions?
Nothing on your boat. Oh, university? No, there's nobody there.
I mean, this is still going to be positive 1, but I know I had a way to do it. This is disappointing. Move there.
I mean, you're still moving 2 spaces, so that's cool.
Yeah, I know. But I wanted to move 3. Something with these. I bet I probably just double counted that.
How many you got?
2.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Well, whatever, I suppose. So this guy then is going to go ahead and run. I have a positive 1, so bloop. Okay, I'll go up 1.
Crushed it.
This guy will go down there. And I think that was everything. I think.
You did it. Tim.
Go here.
He's just doing it. He's just doing it. He just did it. I'm going to do the same thing.
Yep.
I'm going to upgrade right here and take one of these. Brian.
All right. I'm also going to upgrade. Do this one. That does get me a 5th upgrade, which puts me here. 7 points will put me there.
Tim.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
do it. You can do it.
Good job.
Yeah, I believe in myself.
That's dangerous.
All right, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. No, I won't. I'll go here. I'll get a...
Oh, I spent this. I spent both these.
You sure did.
I'll get a red here. All right, this is where I'm wanting to do both things again.
Can't do it.
What if I want to?
None of us will.
You can
allow
pay me
And
25
then-
victory points.
And then that goes there? Is that how that works?
No,
Okay.
you're there. You
I'm
can't-
already there?
You can't move that anymore.
it. You already pulled over.
Yeah, you can't pull over in
You
front.
can't pull over anymore, Tim.
Understanding how this stuff works probably would be helpful.
What do you not understand?
Well, it's like stuff like that.
I mean, that's
You're at the top of the
Top.
tree.
No, it's all right. I thought maybe you had to go up. Yeah,
I mean,
because
if you want to and negate that times 3 bonus.
I don't think I do.
Oh. Tell you what, you can
thank
go
you,
there,
though.
and we'll get you a 4th guy.
That's what I was thinking.
Is that what I need?
yeah, that's what I was thinking we could do.
You would take 4 more guys in there.
So I'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's a little bit like a little bit of what I'm staring at. Is do I move that guy up there? Do I move him? Move. That's not me. If I move this guy up here, I get a 4th guy
Do it.
because it seems to make sense, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm getting, at least right now, I'm
Yeah,
getting some decent points for them being there.
You sure are.
Okay.
I mean, you're getting negative 32 points.
No,
for
no, no,
being
no.
There.
No. And then I'll run this. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to get another. Let's just go. Let's go crazy. We'll take that. Doesn't make sense.
He's going
Let's
crazy.
let's do
Crazy
it.
for
Let's
that
do
move
it.
die.
We're just going to do it
Well,
crazy.
yeah, of course.
We're going to do that.
Got tons of money.
Right.
And then, so it was 3. 1, 2, 3.
Yes, sir.
Yay.
And then these are
That's 6 more movement if you spend all of them.
6 more movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that is not okay. I thought I had
I mean, that's only
a couple
negative 2.
more movements. So instead of moving this guy, I'll move this guy. So I won't take on that one. These 2 will move up there.
Yep.
1, 2, 3. Yep, plus the 6. So I'll get 9. 1 guy moved.
I already did your thing. You
You
didn't
already
have to.
did it.
Yeah, because I don't think you're
Perfect.
getting anything else, are you?
I don't think so. I
get
do.
one
I get to.
book
I get to
movement.
move a book. We'll move. We'll move. No, we'll move this one. Boom.
Good? Move your thing?
Yep.
I already did your Inquisition. I'm going to go 1, 2, and we're going to get 3 quadrants and 1 point. And I'm going to move up a university track, which is going to be something. I don't want any more of those things. So it's going to be this one. It's going to be a book, and I'm going to take 2 points. All right, then I'm going to spend 3, 6, and 9 to do 2. Oh, wait. I don't have enough. Do I?
No.
Shoot. So I can get 6. I can get 1. That's what I'm going to do. Instead of taking those 2 points, bloop, bloop, I'm going to take this and move 1. Then I'm going to pay for those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going to do this track, and I'm even, so it doesn't move. Done. Whoop.
All right, I'm going to go 1, 2. And I'm going to go ahead and run. We're going to go with this one. So I need a die of a color that I don't care about. I
That's
need
fine.
this guy in here. And then I need a die. Let's go with blue. And then I'm going to move up the track. We're going to go there, so this blue will become a 2. Then I'm going to move up the university track. We're going to go here, which will get me a book. We're going to go ahead. Probably should have taken yellow. I'm going to backtrack and say I took yellow.
You took yellow. I saw it.
And then move this guy here to make that yellow a 3 then. That is also going to get me this.
Woot, woot. Oh, yeah, I haven't even been looking at those. I should probably be looking at those.
And, oh, I also get a victory point in one of these doohickeys. And then I could do that. Kind of a might as well situation. I'm going to go ahead and spend 3 of these to move this guy in here and this guy in here, which is going to be a +1. Honk, that's me.
Crushed it.
Move this down, and I'm good.
Tip.
So go there. It looks like all blues go up by 2. And then I will observe. I've got 9 and 11 to do this guy.
Dang.
Can I get 10 points? Here's a question. What happens when you have to move but you can't?
You don't.
You're good.
Okay.
Crushed it. Move your token. You're good. I'm going to move 1. I'm going to put out a comet. Don't forget to place the card 2, Tim, when you get a chance. Yep. I'm going to take one of these things. I'm going to move him 1, 2. I'm going to get 1, 2, 3 positive bumpies, and that's me.
Okay. I am going to move... What am I going to move? I can go there. I don't have a red. I can go there. Either die. Got 3. I'm going to go here. And we're going to... I don't think I'm going to do any of the bottom things. Yeah. I'm going to spend this 3. Ooh, don't want to do that because of timing.
It'll get you.
Every time. Because that would have cost me some points. All right, so instead of doing that, then I am just going to grab another die.
Oh,
No,
I got it.
I'm just going to go here. Do that, upgrade this. Now all my stuff's upgraded for reasons.
The reason is you, Hoopstead.
You're not wrong. Okay, that's me.
Jim's just over here taking dice, right?
I forgot to
Oh, yeah. Book of
place
comments.
that. Yeah. You're all set? Mm-hmm. All right. 1, 2, 3. Or do I just want to do that? Oh, boy, I think I need to do that.
Great
I
question.
think I need to do that. All right. I will do that. I will upgrade this guy. Grab one of these. Give you one of these. That's it.
Did you want to say farewell to anything?
No, I'm good.
Oh, that's weird. I'm going to do, I believe, an observation action. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is spend these 7. Sorry, I'm going to make this a 6.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to spend these 7 dice. I'm going to give these to Brian to put away. You're doing great. For this card here, thank you. And that's 5 points for the guy way back here. It's okay, guys. And then my ability for Galileo lets me do another thing, and I'm going to do... Oh, boy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy. All right. Yeah, I'm going to put here, spending this 3, and that's going to give me 7 points, but it's also going to give me 2 Inquisitors, please. And that opened up a university bump. And on my university bump, I really want to go here, but probably not a great idea at this point. So we'll go here and pip up the die that I don't have. That's me. Yeah. Oh no, I got to run this. Sorry, I didn't do this part. I am so sorry, Brian. I know you're so upset with me right now. I apologize. I have to move one of these
just in general
to the end. I'm going to go ahead and get 2 points, a yellow pip up that I can't use, and a die.
Wait, what die would you like?
Yes, yellow. Thank you. All right, Brian.
And those have to be done in order, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think. I'm going to check, but yeah, I think so. It would make sense that way, yeah.
Point. And then I'm going to go ahead and go up this university track and get myself part of my reach 10. And that's me.
Yeah, 1 by 1, left to right. Which
What
makes
did you do?
sense.
That.
Oh, you've upgraded everything.
Yep.
Got that going for him, which is nice.
Too bad that's not one of these.
I mean, 5 of the 6 was one of
Yeah, but I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying.
Uh-huh.
All right, so if I go there, I can take, I think I got to do this. I'll do that. And then bump this up.
Oh, I didn't move this last time. Like a fool.
That's it.
I'm going to move 1, 2, and take 3 of these and a point. And for an observation, is there a yellow that I can afford? It doesn't appear to
5.
be. I can't afford a 5.
So, no.
So can I even do it if I can't take it? I don't know that question.
I don't know. What are we talking about?
So I went here. If I can't do the action, can I even
the main
move
action?
the thing? Yeah.
No.
The fixed action?
Could not possibly tell you.
I honestly don't know. I'm going to choose to observe up to 2 constellations. I choose 0.
Okay.
Done.
There you go.
Right.
Okay. I'm going to go here. And put out. Wait, do I need to go there? If I go there, and then do that. Just do that. Just move that guy. We're going to go here, and we're going to take one of these, and we're going to bump this up to 6 for some reason. I don't know that reason yet.
The reason is you hoop stink.
Okay. And then we are going to use this 6 to observe this. 4 points, please, for purple. That lets me move this guy. I am then going to spend these 6 for 1, 2, 3, 4 more movement. And get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yep.
That's me.
Okay. I will do. Interesting. Okay. I'll do that and then do this. I think this just goes up here, right?
Yes, sir.
And
then I did this one.
3 points for blue.
3 points for blue.
Samesies.
I'm placing out a comet, pipping up to my yellow there, and that's me.
Okay.
Oh.
2, Go 3 here. I'm going to do this university bump. Actually, I guess before I do the university bump that increases a die, I should probably do this. A point for purple, please.
Point for purple.
That a die of my choosing. I choose yellow.
I choose you, Pikachu.
Choose yellow.
Get bumped up from that movement.
You all set?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm going to go here.
Oh, no.
Bump that. Do this.
What happened?
Somebody covered up what I wanted. It was Brian.
Sorry.
I was going to say, I just did something, I think.
Brian. You spent a yellow die?
Yes.
That was you.
Sorry.
That's all right. Maybe Tim's going to do an observation. You do an observation?
I am.
Yeah.
I'm going to do this
Give me
one.
something I can use. Are you reducing the cost?
Yes.
Wonderful.
Wow. Can I get 10 points, please?
How are you reducing the cost to 10? You don't have 10 value.
You have 9 points.
I have 9.
Oh, stop. Did you do your bottom action yet?
Yes.
You pit how?
Oh, this would have gone.
There you go.
Yeah. There you go. Thank you.
Tim's cheating as always.
You did it. Did you get your points? How many?
10.
10?
Bye, Tim.
Yeah, good job, Tim.
Yep.
You did exactly
so
what I
many
needed.
choices.
There's so much
Make sure you
fun
cycle
stuff.
your thing to
Thanks.
the bottom there.
Thanks.
Okay, I think I can make it happen. Happen. Cool. So I'm gonna move 1. And I'm going to get a die. Can I get a red die, please?
Yep.
And I'm gonna get a quadrant, and I'm gonna get a point. Cool. Then I'm gonna do an observation. Oh. That's interesting. Almost could have done that. I'm going to spend this yellow plus 1 plus, put that in the book of comments for now, plus 3 to do that 5 over there.
This one?
Boom, boom. And that's going to give me what, 4?
4.
Looks like.
Yep, 4 straight.
And I had a plan,
I hear you.
and then I lost it. Oh, yeah, book of comments stuff. So, did it need to move this little guy? And book of comments. If I move it, I can go 1. Then I can pay for 1, 2. Or I can pay for 1, 2. That'll be even. Yeah, I can do that. Thought I had a way of getting a third one, though. Day late, $1 short, or a quadrant short in this case. You know, Brian. Maybe I just get a quadrant and just, move it and move it. Let's do that. So go ahead and give me a quadrant token right here with my book of comments.
Got it?
Yes, sir. And then I'm going to go ahead and do this and spend 6 quadrant tokens, to move 1, 2, 3, 4, which gives me a +2 value on my Inquisition that's happening now. And I go boom, boom, and that's me.
Okay. I'm going to go here.
Oh, Tim, I need that top card there. Thank you.
I'm going to go here. That's going to give me a bump up here. Tim, can I get a red fella? And then
Red fella.
I'm also going to run one of my books. I'm going to run this book, which is going to get me another tick. So that red fella is going to move 1, 2, 3. Inquisition is going to be +6. I can only move 1. Bump my head 2 points, please. And then I'm going to put a comet out, and that, of course, is my turn.
Comets don't go up. I mean, they do. They can go whatever
My comets
direction.
go whatever they want. All right.
They go towards the sun.
I'm Edmund Halley. I control comets. So.
The neat part is about comets. If you didn't know this, the tail always faces away from the sun.
Yep, that's the neat part about comets.
It is. So, like, when you're observing the comet, it
Yeah.
could be moving this direction.
Sure.
If it's moving away from the sun, the tail's always going to point.
That's the neat thing about
Away.
it.
It is neat.
It's neat.
That's garbage. What you just did. It's garbage. Timmy, you done.
Oh, you. I'm done.
Sure what I
Yeah,
Neat.
I just got a guy.
Tim got a guy.
Put him in the cellar.
I got a guy.
You know, like you do the
Shove him in the
Inquisitors.
cellar, bro. I'm gonna go a 1, 2. No. Oh boy. I need movement.
Good luck.
People movement, and there isn't any available. Is the problem? There, I have none of the dice ready for that. So that's cool. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna get a yellow die, and I'm going to move a book. I need a dude, a university
I
bump.
don't know what dude meant. I'm sorry.
I assume that's what dude means.
That's
I
exactly
think
what
you
dude
nailed
means.
it.
Yep.
A university bump in which I will take a quadrant and 2 points and another quadrant. That's me.
All right, well done. All right, I'm going to go here. I'm going to get a red die. I'm going to get this, and I'm going to bump that red die up 3 times to a 4. That's me.
Wow. Go there. Get a red die. Bump it to a 3. And that's it.
Done?
Yep.
I'm going to go here, put a comet out, and I'm going to take a bump and a quadrant. Then I'll spend 3 quadrants for another bump, and we're going to be moving positive 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, and 4 on that. I also met that little guy, so I'm going to get 7 points. Boom, boom, boom. And that's me.
Okay. I am going to go 1, 2.
Oh, I got to move my tile.
Yeah, we'll go there. That is going to get me this point for purple
Point purple.
and a red die on a 1. I found it. Don't worry, guys.
Good job. Proud of you.
And then let's see. Yikes. All right, well. Oh, I can bump up.
Bump it up, baby.
1, 2, I have 3 movements, so that's 1. I can get that to 3, which would be a 6. A little bit short. Okay. So instead of a red, if I get a blue, that's 4, 5, 6. That's 5. Yep, instead of a red, I'm going to go with blue. And then we're going to go ahead and do these 2 things. So first, I need to bump my red up 1, which I will do it with that.
You're about to ruin my turn.
Okay.
Appreciate you.
And then I'm going to bump this guy up 2 with those 2. I now have a 5 red and a 3 blue. The 3 blue is going to become a 6 blue. The 5 red is going to remain a 5 red. We're going to do the 5 red here for 3 points.
Bloop, bloop,
And this,
bloop.
the 6 who's a what's it there for 4 points. And a movement on a guy I don't have. That's also going to get me the top card. Much obliged.
How many left there, Tim?
2.
Woo.
And it's going to get me 4 book movements. I should have looked. I really want another guy down here. But don't have that. All right, so for the 4 movements, we'll bump 1, 2, and we'll get a die. Red, I choose you. That was 2 of the who's a what's its, and then 3, 4, and no, I am not going to get rid of one of my guys. This is going to go down here. That's me.
I, for one, am shocked you didn't get rid of Guy.
Get rid of those to un momento to get a die.
Oh,
go ahead.
Oh, book of comments.
I got to place.
Get your
this.
thing.
I mean, do I just do 7 points at this point?
Probably. University bump ain't bad either. You're pretty up.
I'm up on the ones that matter.
Yeah.
That's not going to score me a lot.
3 points. Might as well take 7 points, eh?
Well, I guess it would be 12 if I can get it to the top.
It would be. I believe in you.
Cool. Thank you. Yeah, I'll just take 7 points.
That's just one. Oops. All you.
What?
Yep.
What?
I was trying to figure out if I'm
What?
want there.
Um,
So that'll set me up for the thing.
I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3.
I'll just do that.
Get to 6. I can't get to 7. That's silly. All right. I'll go. I'm just gonna upgrade, I guess. This. Take a quadrant. That was me. That feels real lame this late.
I'll go here, get a yellow die for 1, and then uptick all my yellow dice to 2. Yay. Got it. I do believe that's me.
Oh, I forgot to do this. Boop. I will go here. I guess I'll... Oh, no. I'll do this. We'll bounce this guy up here. Get a guy.
Still not enough. Boo. Although it's enough for that.
Move this here. Using these two. That makes sense?
You paid a die?
No, I haven't paid yet. I'm going to pay these for the 8.
8 points?
Sorry, what was it? It's 7. So, well, that's what it is. Oh, technically I could just pay with that, couldn't I?
Yeah.
Okay, so I can make that into a 7.
Uh-huh.
Okay, 8 points, and I get a guy.
Samesies.
And then I got to run something here. I will run this. Can I get a quadrant, please? I'll get one of these. Thank you. We will up it 1. Yeah, maybe we'll do this instead of upping it 1. We'll move a guy. Then we'll up it 2. Then we'll move a guy. End of my turn, I'll take this and put it over here and move this guy too, and then move this guy too.
Okay.
And then I gotta move. Oh, no, I'll hold off on that. Okay, and then this just stays here, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And then we already moved you up here. You maxed out, hit your head, you get 2 points. Congratulations.
2 points? Okay.
Yeah. Did you move your tile thingy?
No, thank you.
I'm going to go here. I'm going to pip this up 1, 2. I'm then going to do an observation.
No breathing.
I would like to do a minor. There aren't any minors. So I'm going to spend, I'm going to use this 2 in the book of comments over there. I'm going to spend 4, 5, 6 on this guy here. If you could be so kind to grab that.
Which one?
That one I pulled down a little bit.
This one?
Yeah. Yep. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. That's 5 points. And I need an Inquisitor, please. Thank you. That comes in here. for my bonus. Can I get... Can I get the 3 book movement down there, please? And then I will go 1 and a movement. I'll stand him up. I will go 2 points. Boom, boom. And I will go quadrant. I suppose this happens. I have 6 minus 4 is 2. 1 bump. 2 points. That's me.
Right. I'm going to go here.
It's getting a little crowded in the cellar, guys.
It is.
I need 9. I have 8.
There you go.
9.
This guy?
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta move this.
Thank you. So that is 9 points.
Last card's going on the board.
Okay.
So that means everyone gets one more turn?
There's one more round because I'm the last player.
So we finished the round. Brian finished the round. Everybody has one final turn.
I still have to do one of these things, which I don't think really super matters. I guess I'll take this and do a movement of nobody. Huzzah!
Proud of you.
Okay, last round.
Wow.
Wow. Wow.
Wow, wow.
Wow. I agree. I know what I'm doing.
You do know what you're doing?
Oh, yeah. I don't really have many choices. So... Look at us.
I got
no dice left on our board.
See,
That's efficiency.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
I'm the
there's one
opposite.
round left.
I've got a bunch of dice and nothing I can do with them.
Certainly not with that attitude.
Right. Especially with this attitude. Okay, I guess I'll go here. 1, 2. I'll bump this die up 2. And then not a card here, so I'm assuming I just don't get anything there.
Yeah, I assume so.
No, we pull one out of the box.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It does say that. Just at random, I believe. Level 3 card.
You didn't get one. Good job.
There you go. Congratulations.
Yeah, there it is.
Okay.
Don't cover up Edmund.
I'll bring the other couple.
You almost covered up
just
Edmund.
in case we
No,
need
you're
it.
fine. You cover up Edmonton. No.
No, it's all good. So here's... Interesting. Okay.
Seems that way.
Well, it's one of those things I got to figure out how to get a university bump.
You can move to the university bump action.
But I went here, so I can't.
Don't do that.
So I
See? Simple solution. I don't...
thanks. So I'm gonna go here. If I go there, then this guy comes here,
Yes, you're going to lose 8 points.
and he's going to lose 8 points because I can't move him.
Yeah.
So that just doesn't
You're
seem
getting
like a
6 from them?
He's also giving you 3.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Just
It
by
might be
having
worth it.
So it's a net -5 for him. Specifically.
just adding him. But
Because I'm in a similar situation. I kind of want that.
Yeah. It's fun because like we did focus this game, so now it's like I want these people to come in. Like, come on,
Right,
in.
exactly.
Go
So-
ahead and talk to me about Jesus.
so
Yes, I do have time to read the Watchtower.
that doesn't do
So
anything.
these are Jehovah's Witnesses, is what you're saying.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
Okay.
So the other problem I have, or I can go here, bump that guy up, and now I have a bunch of movement that I can't do anything with because I don't have anyone down here.
Sure.
See what I'm saying? So I'm
do,
like,
yeah.
yeah. But does it make sense moving up because then you complete 2 Witchermer dues?
And
3 points.
And it's 6 points.
What 6 points?
Moving up here, you go from ×2 to ×3.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And you get that.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right. That makes sense. I'll do that.
Helping Tim beat me's fun.
That's great. You're doing so good. I'm going to go ahead and start my turn. I'm going to go here and do some stuff and some things. I get one of these, which is nice. And I get a point, which is nice. And then I get to move one of these things. Before I do any of that, I'm going to move up university track. Boom. Oh, no. I did that. I did this. This is going to be marked for another 3. Okay, then I need to move something to the end. It might just be this, because I don't think I want... Well, I can go 1, 2, 3, but then I'd be stuck with somebody there.
There you go.
What do you got?
I can get one of these points.
One of those points.
One of these. And then spend them for book actions. And then I can go here, get a guy.
I'm just going to do this track. Take a die.
Then use the 3.
Okay.
So he moves that up.
And then you get 2 points for up in your head.
Spinning 3 to move 1, 2. And that does this thing, and I get 2 points
And
for
I
my
got
head.
2 more.
Done.
I got 2 more points. I'll go there for 2 points and there for 2 points.
Brian, you're
I
up.
think that's it.
You guys done with your turns?
That's
Terrific.
That's it.
1, 2, and 3. Technically gets me a comment out, but super matter. That moves me.
Matter.
I'm going to go up this track. I am then going
just
to
up on
run
all the
one
tracks.
of these. I'm going to run this one there, which gets me a die of who cares. And then I'm going to spend these last 2 to get 3 movement points here. We'll go 1, 2, 3 to get that back. That's me. Go team.
That's it. That does it. All right, so end game scoring. First thing we're going to score are these university tracks. Looks like you guys are scoring 3 times however many of your constellation tokens came off. So 3 times 7 for Brian is 21.
Except I have 6. Oh, wait.
have 6.
Constellation tokens. Yeah.
Yeah.
21.
Wow.
Can you put me on 86, please?
Yep.
And then Tim, you've got what, 3?
3.
So 9 for Tim.
76.
We are all scoring 3 times however many people we have on our board. I have 7, so I'm going to score 21.
Okay.
Put me on 81,
81?
please. Brian.
18.
Tim also has 21 points. Wonderful.
Nope, not 100 yet.
Nope. The books. Me and Brian times 1. I get 3 points.
4, please.
These are the major observations.
Yep.
Times 3, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 of those for 12 points.
I did 1.
One.
That is the first thing I
Good
maxed.
job.
3 points, please, Tim.
Well done. All right. And our last thing is going to be this track, which is 10 for everybody.
Yep. Yeah.
And this, which count up your total,
We all made it past 100.
I'm at 6 minus 2 for 4.
And 7.
6 for me.
Boom, boom. That's it. That's a fast score. Ryan, took it home,
did
my
it.
man.
Well done, sir.
See what happens when you play by the quadrants.
Didn't
Quadrants are
use
important.
my guy really at all.
You didn't. You gave up on him immediately. Yeah.
Yeah. I wanted to try this. It kind of didn't matter who I had, and then I wanted to try those.
What did you try?
I
Okay,
wanted
that's
this.
okay. That's
I wanted to do
the
this
way you were
more.
the way you were talking about it, I was like, I'm going to see if I can make something happen.
This is
And
the
it
game.
looked like all of us made
I mean, that's
something
the
happen.
game. This is
Okay.
literally the entire game.
Okay.
It hinges
No,
on this
too.
and matching it up with it.
Yeah.
This was helpful that
Yes.
it was out there, right?
Oh, is that okay? There are
this,
other
well, no,
options.
there's
Okay.
6 of them. This was up here in our first play.
Oh,
So it was just a
gotcha.
flat 7 points instead of a
Okay.
multiplier. And then coupled that with a relatively easy track to get up. because these are all there's 6 of these, and they're all double-sided, so there's 12 different options.
Some of them cap out at only ×2,
Right.
whereas others are ×4, which seems silly.
Okay.
So you really have to plan your game around these 4 things and what you think you can achieve or want to try to achieve. I saw that one. I said, yeah, let's do it. We got to do that anyway.
Sure.
Right? And then I said, all right, cool. I'm the dude that can do this stuff.
I'm the dude that's like the dude.
Go after this thing.
Right.
Which, again, these were the majority of my points.
Right.
Or not, maybe not a majority, but it was a large chunk.
It's a big chunk. Yeah.
So again, here's your goal. Make the game, gear your game toward it.
Make it happen.
Make it happen, as this guy says. Yeah. So yeah, that is Galileo Galilei.
It sure is.
Yeah, the game. This is the game, and this was again. Everybody's complaining about this. None of us struggled with it.
No.
I mean, we struggled with it because we had to figure out how to make it work.
Yeah, timing. You got to figure out the timing.
None of us didn't not make it.
Right.
We all made it work.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying.
I'm gonna have a stroke with these sentences.
None of us didn't get to not make it incompletely work.
I was upset with the whole bump your head, even if because I bumped my head with 6 one time.
Right.
It was only 2. That's nonsense. I was there before both of you. All right, my flag is planted there.
I think that's why that's there, is to prevent people from just spamming.
Yeah.
But I want to spam
that.
I want to spam a lot.
This, I don't know, Brian. This felt very different 3-player than 2-player to me.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think
it didn't.
It didn't to me.
Why did it feel different for you?
We blazed through those yesterday.
Well, part of that was because we both were doing it, and I almost exclusively did that. I barely did any of these.
Well, and that's what I was.
That's true.
Okay.
And
I was going to say this seemed. I seem to never be in sync with what was needed to do the miners.
Well, and that got bogged down today because these all got covered up.
That's what I'm saying.
And
by the time I got there,
do anything else.
Yeah, by the time I got there, you guys already had them.
Yeah.
And the ones that were remaining, I didn't have anything for.
I was struggling getting dice today.
So, okay.
I very rarely had dice.
But I
spent a bunch.
Yeah. Well, that's what I found myself doing. Is I had a lot of turns that just looked like that, and it's like, okay, well, you can kind of dictates what you can / have to do. How about the upgrades, though? It seemed like you went very heavy upgrades.
I mainly just did it because of that.
Okay.
And I wanted to do upgrades because last time we played, I didn't do any of them.
I thought I heard you guys say that, so that was the other thing I was going to try to do. I was going to try to do 2 things.
The one that gives
the Inquisitors and the upgrades.
Instead of 2 quadrants, 3 quadrants.
And a point.
That's huge.
Yeah.
If you get that early. Because 3 quadrants, that's 2 bumps.
Yeah.
So every 2 trips around the board, if I can get that used, I can effectively pay to move somebody.
I mean, they're all really good.
That's why
depending on how you're playing.
Yeah.
Like the last one I did, I think was this one, and I used it once. But yeah, the movement one and then the quadrant ones, I think were.
Those are like.
And I mean, this one's good too. Being able to run your track and go up that, especially when it hit here, and you could just get a.
I had the problem though. I didn't want to go up all the way.
Sure.
Because I had add people, but I didn't have enough movement to actually make it work.
Yeah.
This was one that the downtime for me. And as the more you play it, I think there won't be as much downtime. But as the game progresses and you do upgrades and more things are triggering off of other things, I felt like I was kind of just sitting here waiting.
Yeah.
While like literally you both were taking your turns because he just started taking his too. And then I'd be like, yeah, do this, do this.
Well, this was Tim hadn't played before, so he was trying to figure out how this worked.
Tim rocked it for a good first play. I mean, I thought so. You seemed to do those pretty well.
Yeah.
With
it also gives you the same thing, the Grand Austria Hotel thing, where you might have a couple petery turns where you don't really do much.
Yeah, I had a couple of those and I was like, ugh.
One that just, like the one I had, you got so mad at me like 2 or 3 times because I just didn't stop. You thought I was done, I wasn't done.
I think you also were taking stuff back.
Not that one.
Like, I'm going to do this, and then that's going to do this, and that's going to do this. Oh, wait. No, I'm going to take all that back, and then I'm going to do that.
No, I didn't. No, not on that one. But you get the really cool chaining of bonuses.
Right.
And then to do that, it's pretty neat.
I think my best one of those was just I got a guy, and then in the same turn, I was also able to move the guy 3 times.
Yeah.
Yay.
Right.
That was when I technically bumped my head 6 times, but only once. Okay, game. Yeah, this was
again. I still don't get the. And maybe it's just absolutely situational. The whole was it farewell?
I don't either.
I'm not sure. Send someone back. I mean, this seems like a decent engine that you want to build and maintain.
Yeah.
I guess if you really, really needed to die.
Yeah.
And I guess
Maybe
when you get to this point, you get 6 or 7 guys here. You don't need 6 or 7 guys here,
Especially if you don't have
that as a
multiplier.
bonus.
And when you're getting it almost seems like that should be a free action. Because when you want to use it, like maybe the last couple turns of the game where it's like, okay, I'm done doing this.
Right.
I'll sacrifice a point to get another die and to get another quadrant, and I can do more stuff with that.
Right.
But you only get it at times where it's like, okay, I don't.
Seems
I don't
inconvenient.
need
Or
it
you
now.
can choose here, which again,
When he
with
and
all
I
those other
played,
juicy bonuses,
That was the only one we didn't do.
Oh, really?
It was just
Oh,
like,
okay.
no, there's no reason to do that. I'll
Yeah.
take a point or whatever. That seems like it should just be a bonus action. And even then, I don't think I would ever take it.
Yeah.
But maybe in the last round or two, if you needed a quadrant or you needed some dice, like right before you're taking one of these cool actions.
There is also an expansion already made, as far as I know, that is releasing at, I don't know when, some determined time, probably Essen if I had to guess.
in the future, sure.
In the future. But maybe there's something in that makes that more valuable,
Or just changes it altogether.
or changes it. Yeah, I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of the kind of game that I like. I like there's a solo.
There is a
mode,
solo mode. Yeah,
which
I'll have
might
to
be
try it out.
more
I haven't looked at it yet.
speed. But yeah, what do you think, Tim? This was your first.
I liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, again, it felt like you guys knew a lot more about it, about the game. It
we
felt
did.
well. Yeah, I mean that. So that's I was kind of struggling with that a little bit.
Every advantage we could get, my man.
And, and I had a couple turns. I looked down and I was like, okay, this doesn't seem ideal. Both my reds are together, my blues are together, my yellows are together. So it was like,
Well,
I didn't have any So I was here, and I had red and yellow dice.
Yeah.
The only thing I can do is blue dice.
Right.
So I'm like, oh, okay, that's
Yeah.
obviously not a corner
Right.
you want to paint yourself into. I had a couple of the turns like what you were talking about. Like I went here, I had no dice. I'd go get a die because I couldn't go observe, and then I'd double bump it.
Those
So
felt
the
good.
whole turn was going from no dice to having 1-3. I'm like, loser turn.
But I mean, you're gonna have.
But kind of like what you said, it's setting
out
up.
of dice.
Yeah, it's setting up to get one of these.
Yeah.
I was shooting for this. I really wanted.
I
to
knew
try to
you
get
were,
it.
which is why I wanted to end the
I
game.
know.
Because there's no negative to that. See, a
Right.
lot of them, and this is the issue I had with our first play, and it's kind of still there, but not really, is, okay, I can take that as my last turn. I'm going to score 16 points, but that guy's going to get me
Yep,
-8 unless I
exactly.
have some way
Right,
to get him out
some way
there,
to move him,
which
something.
doesn't
Yeah, yeah,
seem as worth it. So
Yeah, but
Yeah,
we went back and looked at the level 3 cards. Half of them had
Yeah.
that extra dude on it. We had all of them
Yeah.
in our game.
Oh,
so it was just like
okay,
randomization.
just how it-
yeah,
just how it
because I
hit
think
fell.
every
Yeah,
card
yeah.
but one added the guy in our game.
Yeah.
Whereas in this one, only 2.
So, but after seeing that, now you kind of know if you have a few of these
Yep,
heading
these are-
into the end of the round,
Yep.
These
or
are
end of
very
the
valuable.
game, you don't have to worry about it because
Yeah.
they're free actions.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah,
this
did
is
too.
this is another
I
one.
did too. More than I thought I
We
would.
talked about Raising Chicago. These two, I think I liked more than I thought I might.
I would agree. I don't know if I like Raising Chicago.
See, I like Raising-
liked
I did
it
too.
more than I thought.
Okay.
This one I think I actually like.
So, I mean,
And I liked it more than I thought.
Put that on the side of the box.
Yeah.
This guy actually kind of liked it a little bit more than he thought.
ding.
So this is the last time any of you will see Josh. And I will be in jail. But yeah, that was
I spent like the whole game trying to figure out how and when to use this.
Did you ever use it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how I ended up getting two guys.
Yeah.
They were here.
Yeah.
That
Moved
was a
them
weird
both
thing
there.
too. When you and I played, I know granted we didn't have these.
Yeah.
But when you and I played, that was the only one empty, and we had each gone down here quite a bit. There's not I literally did one comment. Well, I mean, I placed one comment. I had 2 more out there, but
Yeah, but you were avoiding the thing that used comets. You
but I still
barely
thought
went out
about
there
throwing them out there for that.
for that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But at that point, it's only 3 points. Because I got that relatively quickly.
You didn't. You got
No,
that
you
late,
didn't. That
man.
was the last
Did I?
one.
Yeah.
That was the last 2 turns, last 3 turns,
Last
maybe.
two, yeah,
Oh.
yeah. You got, because I was kept looking at that, and I looked over. I'm like, he's got 4. Why doesn't he just do another comet?
Oh.
I'm like, oh, because Tim's only got 3, and I only had 1 at the
Right.
time. I'm like, that's
Yeah.
probably why he's not doing
Yeah.
it. He doesn't need
Not
it.
a big, not a big race.
All right, well, that is Galileo Galilei. Again, this is going to be releasing at Origins here in a couple of weeks, so swing by Capstone booth and give it a look. They'll have it there with, I'm assuming the promos are going to be there. Yours is the promo, right? The
Yes.
Halley promo.
Yep.
So,
This guy.
yeah. So thanks for joining us. This is Playing for Second. We'll see you next time.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.